He's the best.
He is the best.
He's just trying to get you to say
with
you don't
respect
like
to Louis,
Seinfeld.
he's the true king of comedy.
No, he is Larry David. I opened for Larry David years ago when he was a stand-up.
What was his stand-up like?
Brilliant and impossible to. I was the MC actually.
Okay.
And a guy named Bob Shaw was a headliner. He was a great comic. And Larry was this feature act. It was in Cambridge, Massachusetts at the Catch Rising Star. And so they told me, you have to watch this guy's whole set because he blows up and leaves a lot. He walks off stage a lot. He won't do, a lot of times he won't finish his set because he gets angry. So they said, you have to stay in the room and be ready to jump on. And
not for joy.
No,
for to save the show.
In case he just leaves early.
Oh, I thought it was like
you got to see this. They're saying we need you to stand by.
Okay.
And I didn't know anything about him. I never heard of him. And he instantly became my favorite comedian. The audiences didn't know what to do with him, but he had these great bits. Like he says, I could if I was complimented by Joseph Mengele, I would have liked him. Like if he paid me a compliment.
Anybody, yeah.
And he does this thing of, Larry David, your hair looks good today. He's like, oh, really, Dr. Mengele? Oh, yeah, Dr. Mengele. Thank you. Mengele's not a bad guy. And he does the thing about anti-Semitism at country clubs.
Okay.
And he says that where he's experienced it was that sometimes when you're putting, they'll say stuff to put you off. The guy's like, hey, Larry, how about the $6 million? That's pretty excessive. No, go ahead, putt. You know, just weird stories. Very funny. Some of them that became episodes.
Oh, really?
He did a story on stage about leaving a message for a woman that was so embarrassing on her answering machine that he had to break into her apartment and steal the tape. That was a bit of his.
It's an episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah. So, but anyway, he would get really angry. Like some guy would be quietly ordering a beer. Like really, people were very polite, and he'd go, "How could you be so rude? What kind of person are you?" He'd just start screaming at them, and he'd throw money at people. Take your money back and leave, you fucking animals! And he just gets so angry. And after a few shows, one night he really bombed. And the crowd was great. They were like the best crowd we'd ever seen.
That's his problem.
And after the show, he said, "What'd you think of that crowd? They were awful, weren't they? Were they awful? They were rude and just noisy and bad." And it wasn't true. But I said, yeah, guy's just being polite. He goes, well, why didn't you do something about it? You're the host. You're supposed to